So the last area of the Montessori classroom that we're going to look at is the area that's called cultural subjects. The cultural subjects are the area of the classroom where we introduce the child to the idea of botany, zoology, history, geography, science, basically the wonder of their world. But Maria Montessori's idea behind bringing cultural subjects into the classroom was very much connected to her idea of peace through education. She believed that if children understood the beauty and the wonder of their world, understood different cultures, different people, different belief systems, different celebrations, if children had an understanding of other human beings, had a real understanding of animals and plants and the contribution that we all make to the world, we would ultimately end up with a more peaceful world. So when we introduce children to the idea that we live on the planet Earth, this is a sandpaper globe, so the children learn that the Earth is made up of land and water and air. When we introduce the children to those ideas, we emphasize the importance of taking care of this Earth, that it's a real living thing that we are responsible for looking after. When we introduce the children to the idea that there are different continents on this Earth, we live on the continent of Africa, we always are emphasizing to them that we are one part of a whole and that we all have a responsibility and a part to play. For example, when the children learn about animals, they will do this puzzle and they learn about a dog and the different parts of a dog, a tail. They learn the vocabulary, yes, but they also learn the similarities between us and dogs. We have eyes, we have ears. Dogs need to be taken care of in the same way that people do. So Montessori used all of the material in the cultural area to really emphasize the underlying theme of all of her work, which is that we need to achieve peace in the world through education. So how we care for our classroom is the same way we should care for our world. How we care for each other in school is the way we should care for each other when we're not in school. That we're all part of a whole, and to be happy and successful in the world, we need to understand our place in that world. Of course, young children can't understand those words, so we use material to emphasize to them the importance of being a valuable, responsible member of that world. So in the cultural area, the children learn about animals and plants. They learn about life cycles. So these are a very beautiful set of puzzles that teach the children in different layers, the different parts of the human system. Through this puzzle, it starts off with a granny and a grandpa, but the bottom layer of this puzzle is a young person, and it shows the child the passage of aging. And all of these puzzles are a really beautiful way to engage in conversation and discussion with the children. I remember when we first got these puzzles in our school, having more than an hour-long conversation with a small group of children as we unpacked each layer, and using all of those different layers as teaching opportunities. So in the cultural area, it's for me very similar to practical life. You can be creative, much more flexible in your thinking, and encourage the children to share their experiences of the world. In part because it's important that they do just share what they're experiencing, but the other side of it is that it's an opportunity for you to teach. So when we engage in lessons around these things, they're not the teacher standing in the front teaching the different life cycles. It's a conversation that you have with the children, sitting together, talking about the importance of not polluting our rivers because there might be tadpoles in there that will grow into frogs. And what part does a frog play in the world? Why is it important that we look after nature so that we can be successful and happy as human beings? Understanding the interdependence and the role that every living thing plays in the earth. That's what Maria Montessori wanted the children to get out of working with the cultural materials, understanding people from different cultures, different backgrounds, different religions, different belief systems. Maria Montessori said that if we were to change the world, we have to start with the children. If children grow up by learning about each other, learning about their earth, they will grow up to be human beings that treat one another and their earth quite differently.